I'm 32 female. I've been married for 6 years. My husband is from a very well-off family. I'm not. I grew up in a working-class neighborhood. My mom cleaned houses and my dad was in construction. His family never really accepted me. They'd be polite in front of him, but I'd hear the comments. I remember once his mom asked me what I planned to do long-term because beauty fades. I was working 2 jobs at the time and finishing a degree. It never really improved after we got married, so he cut them off. That was a big deal for him. He had always been close to them, and after that, he started getting more withdrawn. Resentful maybe, but he wouldn't admit it. We stopped going out much. He became quieter. It all added stress early in our marriage. Around that time, I reconnected with my ex on social media. I knew it was a mistake, but I was resentful of my dull marriage and sort of wanted to punish my husband. We started messaging a lot. He didn't have any motives at first, but I knew where we were heading the whole time. There was one night we met up, we had dinner, went for a drive, then ended up at a hotel. We didn't go through with it. We kissed and things were heading there, but I pulled back. I felt bad and guilty and told him I couldn't do it. He said he understood and we stopped talking after that. But that loneliness didn't go away. I didn't have a lot of old friends left. They had moved on and the new girlfriends I have are all from his social circle as well. His family never liked me, and mine had their own problems. He worked late a lot, and I quit my job due to the stress and the fact we didn't need the money. I started playing this game online nearly a year ago. A lot of people on it, and you're put into teams or partnerships. I got partnered with a guy who lived 2 states away. In no time, we started talking outside of the game. We had fake names for each other, fake backstories. It started with silly role play, but it slowly got adult. We'd talk every night. He'd tell me I was hot, smart, funny. I started dressing better just to talk to him. I deleted our chats constantly so nothing would be there if my husband saw. One day my husband told me he had to go on a work trip for 3 days. We argued about it. I asked why I couldn't come, and he said spouses weren't allowed. He said it was policy and he couldn't change it. I told him if he wants freedom so badly, take it. We didn't talk for days afterwards. He felt I was being controlling and vice versa. He packed and left on his trip without a word. I flew down the guy that weekend. He stayed at a nearby hotel and I met him there. I stayed the whole night and left early morning. The next 1.5 days, he came over to my place because what's the point of wasting money on hotels when I have a whole house? He left the 3rd day. I knew it was reckless. I knew something was going to catch up, but I couldn't stop myself. After he left, I deep cleaned the place so there wasn't a trace of him left in my life. After that, I told him we needed to stop. I blocked him and deleted everything. I even removed the game. But around that time, my husband started acting differently. I didn't know what he knew at the time. A few nights ago, he sat me down. He asked about the trash from 3 weeks ago. I froze when I realized which week he was referring to. He said he found a handful of condoms in the bag. I pretended to be shocked. I asked him what he was talking about. I was trying to make it sound like maybe it was old or from him. He didn't argue. He just sat there with a faraway look on his face. I didn't push my luck either. Since then, he's been off, not distant exactly, just busy. I walked past the room while he was on a call, and I heard him talking to his parents. He never speaks to them, never. I'm certain of the fact. He'd cut them off for me. I don't know what that means now. He's been coming to bed super late, and yesterday I found him sleeping in the guest room. His phone, his laptop, and all other documents are locked away. I don't know what he's doing. I've been hanging out with my girlfriends more. We're going to the salon later. I just need to clear my mind. I know I need to talk to him, but I don't want to push right now. Any advice on how to approach this situation with him would be helpful. Update 1, I think it's just not recoverable. My husband has been in contact with his family regularly now. He barely looks at me when we're home. He leaves early and gets back late. He stopped putting any effort in. Last night I heard him on the phone again. He mentioned something about finishing the paperwork soon. It sent a chill down my spine. Surely it can't be divorce papers, right? We are not there yet. We can't be. I checked our bank accounts. He's moved some money around. Not everything, but he's changed the access and canceled one of the credit cards I used. When I asked him about it, he just said, "We'll talk about it later." He didn't even seem upset, just like it was already decided. I haven't been able to access my regular account. He says he'll give me something to tide me over, but hasn't yet. I've been staying on and off with one of my girlfriends and borrowing money for things. They've been supportive, but it's humiliating. I have a home, but I'm living out of a duffel bag. Her husband gave me a list of legal aid contacts. I called one, but before we proceed, they need a retainer, which I don't have the money for. I'm finally starting to see that he's a cold, manipulative bitch. Update 2. He served me. A courier brought an envelope to our place 2 days ago. I wasn't even there. My friend was staying over and she accepted it. She texted me a picture of the envelope with his name on it. It's divorce paperwork. He also shut off the credit card I was using and removed me from the shared bank account. I didn't even know until I tried to buy groceries. I had to call my friend to cover it. My Venmo balance is like $42. I'm staying at her place permanently for now. She and her husband are letting me crash in their spare room. There's also the matter of the prenup. I'd honestly forgotten about it. My friend's husband is a lawyer, and he reminded me of it. It was signed before the wedding. I didn't have my own lawyer, so friend's husband represented me. He says it's solid. I remember being excited about wedding my husband. I didn't even ask questions, just signed it. Now I'm hearing that there's nothing in it for me. Not even alimony. I don't think I even read it. I haven't worked in over a year. I was doing Instagram and living comfortably with him. That's all gone now. I called legal aid, but they said unless I can prove coercion, it's hard to fight prenups like this. But no one forced me. I just didn't think. Edit, I went to the apartment to pick up the last of my things. He wasn't there, but his family was. I'm not even sure how they knew I was coming. I'd let him know by text and didn't get a response. But when I showed up, his mom, dad, and sister were already in the living room. They were just chilling. They just said what they wanted to say like it was a performance they'd been waiting to deliver. His mom said I was the reason her son disappeared for 6 years, that I'd isolated him from his roots and wasted his time. His sister told me I was lucky they weren't calling the cops, since I technically didn't live there anymore and therefore was trespassing. His dad said he always insisted on the prenup for this reason exactly. I didn't say anything. I just grabbed my boxes and left. It was maybe 15 minutes total, but it felt longer. I sat in my friend's car and stared at the dashboard for a while. I didn't cry, just felt this heavy numbness. I keep going back to that night we celebrated our engagement. Just the two of us. It was a new beginning for me. After all the hardships, all the heartbreak. Now I'm at my friend's house, jobless, still trying to find a cheap lawyer to look at the paperwork, but everyone keeps saying the same thing. Don't expect much. Maybe I can negotiate a sum to walk away quietly, without causing any trouble on social media. I don't even know what to say when people ask me how I'm doing. I feel like I've aged 10 years in 3 weeks. I have no address, no money. The man I married is just done. He doesn't want to reconcile. And it's not just because I cheated, it's because he sees me as a mistake. And now that he's cleaned it up, he's moving on.